the moral leader of our nation. I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream.
It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia,
sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice.
Because I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification.
One day, right there in Alabama, little black boys and little black girls will be joined hand in hand with little white boys and little white girls as sisters and brothers.
I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be plain and the crooked places will be made straight.
And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall be seen it together.
This is our hope. This is a faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope.
With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. And this will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with Him the new meaning.
My country tears of thee, sweet land of liberty of thee I sing, land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring, and if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire.
Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightened Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the Culverous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Top Mountain, Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain from Tennessee.
Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And when this happens, and when we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics,
we'll be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
A lot of people don't know what Martin Luther did. I mean, yeah, it's a holiday, but a lot of people don't know what the holiday is for. So it's a day where we can either take back and look on what he did, along with not just Martin Luther, but other like civil rights activists that also helped progress his ideas because they believed in something that needed to be stand up to that no one else would. So it's a day where we don't celebrate as it's Christmas, but it's a day where we look back at these great heroes that stood up for what they believed in.
he was just like really like the leader in black civil rights, like the black civil rights movement in the South and just throughout America. He was like a big part of the SCLC, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, And like he just did a lot of things, always centered around nonviolence to combat like institutional racism, to combat segregation, to just combat racism in like every facet.
His efforts, like, now are still being looked back on from all the struggles he went through. People do admire, like, his hard efforts of being whiplash with racism his family was toward, and his church that he went to. Like everyone was so mad, but he was the person that wanted to push the idea of love and not hate.
If he hadn't given his speech or done those protests, like, if nobody speaked out about it, things would be the same. Everybody would be segregated still. And I know right now it's still, I mean, we still have a while to go. We're not fully equal, but I know that it would definitely be very different if he had not been there to and said what he had said and gone through those protests.
His work specifically has made my life possible. It has taught me more about how I should be advocating for social equity for myself and for others.
My life probably would have been way different if Martin Luther didn't do what he did. But I would say that, like, today in school, I'm allowed to learn more. I'm not allowed to have connections with people that I probably wouldn't have back in the day. I'm also I feel like I'm more confident knowing our history of where we come from gives us more power and confidence to strive on the next day.
Through the civil rights movements and everything, like, I'm able to go to school with people of different races and drink from the same water fountains and, you know, have equal access, or mainly equal access to these things. If these movements hadn't have happened, I mean, I wouldn't get to know people and know all the people that I know now. I wouldn't be friends with people. I'd be a completely different person.
After the police shooting of Michael Brown, like in Missouri, like Black Lives Matter has been like a really like prominent thing in my life that I've noticed. And I think like there are just a lot of groups out there that are still fighting for civil rights. They're still fighting for equality and like the justice system. They're still fighting for like to have black and brown people like have fair representation in Congress. They're still fighting to like eliminate like just all forms of like institutionalized racism that I think affect like almost every black and brown person, you know, in the world.
With what's going on now, we can only support the groups that are fighting for equal rights for people of color.
You should still spread on the positivity and love towards others, even though there are days where you feel like you're pushed in a corner, feeling down, or when people think that you are like nothing to them. But always remember that you always have to be the better person. Don't let it be on your back. You have to learn how to roll it off or bite your tongue to know that you shouldn't sink to their level, because that's just how they are.